Hi there. Today, Sabotage and I would like to talk about 215 Gear's Ultimate Riggers Belt. I recently became authorized to wear a 1.75 inch or 1 3/4 inch, same thing, Riggers belt at work. Has to be solid black, and when I was looking into it, I did a lot of research on the different solid black Riggers belts that were offered out there. I definitely decided that I wanted an Astra Alpine Cobra buckle. That was perhaps the main thing that I was trying to get. It seemed a lot nicer than the buckle and the standard web belt that I had been wearing. I wanted the quick release, and you know, it's just cool that it also happens to be able to withstand like 18 kilonewtons and 9 kilonewtons, depending on what sort of stresses are being placed on it. And it's pretty cool that the belt is thicker, taller, and just generally more robust and sturdy. I decided on the 215 Gear Riggers belt because although I didn't really feel like I had any need or use for a metal V-ring sewn into a belt to use as an attachment point. I don't intend to be working on scaffolding or tying into a helicopter or anything along those lines. I did think it was very cool to have the option, but I didn't really want it getting in my way, so 215 Gear, they have a sewn-in attachment point, which is pretty unique compared to all other Riggers belts that I've seen. And it seems like it's basically this part of the webbing, they just fold it over and use their 7 class stitching, which is apparently a much more robust stitching than most people use when manufacturing Riggers belts. They just fold that over and stitch it into a loop. They have some pretty heavy duty stitching the whole way through. It's pretty thick material, gives it a lot of rigidity, which is good if you're going to mount any pouches to it, or if you're going to rely on it to save your life at some point. So you have quite a bit of loop material here. It comes in 3 different sizes: medium, large, and extra large. Medium is for size 30 to 35, large is 35 to 40, and extra large is 40 to 45. Those are kind of big leaps as far as sizing goes. I'm actually a 36, and I went with the 30 to 35 because I didn't want to have extra material that I'm wrapping all the way around, you know, the back, and it's interfering with what kind of pouches I'm trying to put on there. So you see where it's too thick, you can pretty much fit any type of pouch. Once you start getting this piece down here and you're essentially running at 3 thick, it's gonna start preventing you from putting pouches in this area, which is exactly where I like to EDC my Victorinox Spirit, or at the time my SOG PT540. It's the metal side of the buckle. When it's in place, there's pretty much no way to disengage it if you're putting tension on it. You can get one to disengage one side, but it's still not going to let go by any stretch of the imagination. And then as soon as it gets a chance, it's going to re-engage that one side. So it's very sturdy. There's no way that it's going to give out on you in an emergency situation. And with the type of webbing that they use and the type of stitching that they use, the whole belt's going to hold up. A lot of people think, oh, well, on this side, you know, it's not being held together by amazing stitching, it's just being held together by Velcro. How sturdy can that really be? The Velcro doesn't actually serve to provide integrity to the belt. It's not really its purpose. As the belt weaves through here, it's not going anywhere. The Velcro doesn't keep it from coming out. It's just not going to come out. That's all that there is to it. See, it's not attached to the Velcro at all. The Velcro is really just here so you don't have a flap bouncing around. So I ordered the 30 to 35, even though I'm a 36. I didn't want all that extra webbing, but it doesn't quite fit me. Like, I can get it to connect to the very end of the Velcro that's sewn in, right about there. But if I start putting pouches on it and stuff, it's not going to work. So what I did, I just took 2 pieces of Velcro, one loop side and one hook side, sticky back, and just put them together, cut them into a little square, and stuck them to the existing Velcro. Makes it a little bit harder to thread it through pants this way, but serves the exact same purpose of just holding the flap down. No problems. So that's a way to overcome that if you did order a belt that's a little bit too small. Thanks, Sabo sees a bird. So here is the end piece, and you can see it's really quite thick, just the way that they burned it. I've thought about cutting this down, because when you are threading it through the Astra Alpin buckle, the Cobra buckle, it makes it really hard to get it in here. So you put it in through this side first. You got this metal bar here, then you gotta feed this in through there. There's not a whole lot of room, and having it be this thick makes it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. Let's move a little bit further away from this tail. In all, this is a very good belt. The first one that I actually ordered, 215 Gear sent it to me very quickly. I was very happy. I opened the package as I was walking into the house, and in the daylight, the first thing that I noticed was that the belt actually looked green. I was like, man, that's really strange. I guess they accidentally sent me an olive drab belt instead of the black belt that I ordered. So I got on their website and I started looking, and imagine my surprise when I realized they only sell black and tan belts. They don't sell olive drab belts. Well, I contacted them about this, and they said yes, it was an issue with a batch of black webbing that they received, that in natural light it gives off a slightly green appearance. They said, you know, it really is black webbing, and I really had no doubt that in fluorescent light or tungsten light that the belt would appear fully black. But no, just knowing the people that I work for and the way that the instruction is written about me only being authorized to wear a black belt, I didn't want to settle for that. I wanted to make sure that I was wearing a belt that I wouldn't get any grief for wearing. So I sent it back to them, and they sent me a new belt from a different batch. It is solid black, and yeah, I can't complain about their customer service. They were very nice. They didn't try to deny that there was a green tint to it, and they took care of me, sent me a new belt right away, and refunded the return shipping. So in all, I had a very good experience with 215 Gear. My only complaint would be that I wish that they offered different sizes rather than spanning a big gap like 30 to 35. They cut it down to like one belt fits 2 or 3 sizes. Because either you're going to have, if you're not right in the middle of a size, you're either going to have no extra length like I do, or you're going to have a lot of extra length of belt. And neither one of those options really sound very good to me. But it'll definitely, you know, your mileage may vary. It'll definitely fit some people better than others. I think if you're in the middle of one of those 3 ranges, you'll be the happiest. Okay, well, that is all for this video. Thanks for watching.